everyone, welcome back to Joanne Tech Lover. I'm Joanne and we are continuing our CES coverage 2015 and I'm here with Tuan from NZXT and he's got something really cool to show us, so what is it?
So this year at CES we're launching something very probably unexpected for most of you guys. This is Doko. It's our PC streaming device, and essentially what it is it's a device that you plug into your network and your TV, and what it does is it allows you to use any computer on your network directly there on that TV. And what we have that's different from a lot of the other streaming technologies and screen mirroring technologies in existence right now is that we have 4 USB ports right here, utilizing USB over IP technology. And essentially what that is plugging a USB device in here would just be like plugging it in at the source computer.
Which is super cool. I mean, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, so for example, if I had this set up in my living room downstairs and my gaming PC is like in my bedroom upstairs, I could essentially use my gaming PC to its full extent right there in the living room downstairs. And so what it's streaming is a 1080p at 30 frames per second, and the latency is still quite competitive. It's floating around 50 to 80 milliseconds, so it is still pretty competitive with today's other streaming technologies. And you'll see in our demo that it's actually even possible to do some great PC gaming on this device.
For example, what games would it run smoothly?
Yeah, so what games would run really great on this are third-person types of games like Assassin's Creed, Dragon Age, Inquisition.
Dragon Age Inquisition? Seriously?
Yeah.
I heard that just okay. No, that's your system aside, but anyway, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, if you're the whole idea is that if your computer can run the game, then this can definitely run. Yeah, in your living room.
It just depends on what your setup is.
Yeah,
so how is it connected?
So it's connected. It doesn't have built-in Wi-Fi, and the reason why is because we wanted to guarantee the performance is actually great enough for you to have a consistent, reliable experience while streaming your PC games. So it connects with a gigabit Ethernet directly to your router, and then it connects to your TV via HDMI. And then on the computer end, you just run our free software, and basically what you get is this right here. So when you turn on the Doko, you'll see right now we only have one computer here in our suite, so there's only one system here. But if you had like 3, 4, even more computers in your home, they would just all show up right here, and you'd just be able to choose whichever one you want to use.
Wow, that is really awesome.
Yeah.
So of course, let's say you just wanted to use it for regular streaming, or if you wanted to play games, you would just switch to the computer of your choice because it's one little system.
Right.
Oh, how awesome is that? It's basically a network streaming box.
Exactly. the whole idea is that we already spend so much time and money on our main gaming computers that it's not super sensible to have to build another HTPC in the living room or another computer there to get your games over there and things like that.
Saves money. So.
Yeah. So yeah, it is pretty affordable. It's $99.
Wow.
And it's available
That's
right
awesome.
away. Yeah.
So why don't we go ahead and take a look at the demo?
Sure. So you'll see right here this wireless keyboard and trackpad combo is plugged in directly to the Doko, so it's not plugged into the computer or anything like that. And so we powered it on, and we want to go ahead and just project this computer here. So all you do is just hit play. And
you're gonna play a game for us?
And now, yeah, I'll do a little bit of everything just so you can kind of get an idea. Okay, great. And so now what just happened there was it loaded all of the USB devices. So all of the USB devices that were plugged into there, which is this keyboard and the Xbox controllers, are now functioning as though they're plugged in at the computer.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and so now you can kind of like just play around, and you'll see that it's actually like very seamless. You can actually just
let me try that out.
Yeah, so
oh wow, that's very
the only kind of like delay you might experience right now is just the inherent one that's from the fact that this is a wireless keyboard.
That is really cool.
Yeah, so if you had like a USB mouse in there, you'd notice it's just pretty seamless. But yeah, so you can this essentially you now have your desktop in your living room, so you could do you could browse the web. If you've ever tried like browsing the internet with like a smart TV or like a game console, it's not very fun.
I would just directly go to the system, plug it in.
So this is a lot easier, and so we'll go ahead and run Metal Gear Solid, which is one of the types of games that works really well on this.
It's a console game, right? I mean, we're totally not reviewing the game.
I believe it was a console port. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but so it's so basically these third-person types of games are really great. And what's also really cool is indie games. So there's a lot of like really fun local PC exclusive local multiplayer indie games that are coming out on Steam, coming out on Kickstarter, and all this stuff, and they're actually great to play with this.
Oh, I just love how games look these days, and this is like in-game graphics, right? Because you can see like all the details of his beard and his hair. I love it. Anyway.
Yeah, and so the cool thing with Doko is that you get to have these really nice PC graphics and things like that in your living room now that you're never really going to get from gaming consoles.
True.
Yeah.
Because I've always heard like, you see those little memes where it's like, PC 2010 is console 2015 or something like that.
So you'll see there isn't any kind of noticeable like screen tearing or stuttering or anything like that.
It's as if you had this system with you right here.
The last reviewer inverted the controls, so
it's okay.
This is really difficult right now, but.
But we're just here to see how well this little machine works.
Yeah, so you'll see it's very responsive. I'm going to give you the control so you can kind of.
Oh, okay. But you said it's inverted, so that scares me.
Yeah.
Ah.
So so you'll notice that there's not really any kind of delay that you might expect from streaming.
Oh my gosh! Okay. Oh no! Slow-mo. Oh god. I don't know. It's like I don't know what's going on. Did I just get shot? I just got punched. That's no good. That's no good. I don't even know this game. Oh my gosh, I just took him down. Yeah, I took him down. Yeah. Booyah. I don't even know what's B. Okay. Oh, okay.
But essentially that's
Sorry, I'm having fun dying.
Oh yeah, it's okay.
Because I don't even know how to turn in this game. This is just really... Okay, apparently... I don't know. Did I die? I don't know. I died. Okay, there you go.
But yeah, so these kind of games are great on Doko, and like I mentioned, indie titles are great as well. The whole idea is that it's kind of like getting a console type of experience, but out of your PC exclusive titles and PC titles and things like that. And because this is just one-to-one, this is your actual Windows computer, you don't have any kind of like limitations that you might have with something like Nvidia Shield, where they require you to have like a GeForce graphics card or like Steam, where you're required to be on the Steam platform, things like that. Like with this, you could play emulated games and you could stream torrents, you could do whatever your PC can do.
Well, I gotta say that when I walked into this room, I was expecting to see like all these cases or something. And then you're here's this box. What is it? But it turned out to be a really cool streaming box. This is once again the Doko. It's priced at, you said, $99?
$99.
So it's very affordable and very cool, especially if you don't want to build a new system or you can't afford one. So definitely thumbs up. Thank you very much for talking with me today, Tuan, and I will see you again.
Sure.
Bye. Hi everyone, welcome back to Joanne Tech Lover. I'm Joanne and I'm continuing my CES 2015 coverage, and today I'm here with Jeff from Corsair. So what do you have to show us today?
So we've got the Carbide Series 100R. This is a great entry-level gaming case. You can see it's got the nice window to show off your gear, and it's got a really great
I love Windows, by the way.
I
always have to see my components. So.
Yeah, you spend all that money, you want to show it off,
right? Especially if you build it, you want to see your baby. So.
Exactly. So the $49.99 includes the window, includes tool-free drive bays for your 5 1/4, which there's 2 of, and then you get 4 tool-free hard drive bays here.
For 3.5 and 2.5?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, great.
So,
awesome.
No adapters required.
Any SSDs dedicated space for that?
There's no dedicated SSD space, but you do have 4 trays here, and the trays do have support for either full size or the 2.5 inch.
Very nice.
So plenty of space in there.
And what about cooling support?
Cooling support, so you have you can fit 2 fans on the top. You have one fan ships in the rear, and there's space to mount 2 more fans in the front.
That
so
is
you can
a
get
thick radiator there.
Oh yeah, so this is the H80i. So you
Okay.
can install liquid CPU cooling. It won't fit our H100i on the top.
It's
it's
just
just
not
a little
enough
bit too
space.
short. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's kind of a condensed case, but you can fit the H80. So.
But you could also fit 2 120s up there.
That's right.
For extra
yeah.
cooling. Okay. What about on the bottom? Any fan support?
No fan support on the bottom, but there is a filter under the power supply there. So you've got filtered air intake under there.
Always good.
Yep. Yep.
But did you say there was a fan controller or?
So the fan controller is on the other version here. So we
yes,
have
so let's move
this
on to
is
this
the
one.
100R Silent Edition. So the big difference here is you don't have the windowed side panel. That the window does add a little bit of noise, so we got rid of that. We removed the support for the fans on the top and the grate to make it quieter there again. And you also have
It's quite
sound
thick,
dampening
huh?
foam.
It's dense.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. So this helps keep the noise down. You have that layered on the front and both sides of the on the side panels.
And this top panel doesn't come off. Just curious.
Correct, correct.
Okay, okay.
There is on this one an added fan controller on the back, so there's a switch for 3-speed fan control for
Great,
up to 3
people
fans.
love that.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
only 3 fans in the case.
That's
Okay,
right. Yeah.
cool, cool, cool.
For the Silent Edition, yeah, you can have 2 in the front for intake and 1 in the rear for exhaust or to mount your liquid CPU.
And I really like that both of them have 2 5¼ drive bays, because I know that I think half the market goes, we need it, and the other
Yeah.
half goes, just buy an external one.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's good of
exactly.
you guys to have included it, and the front panel just comes off, right?
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
there's little clips here that'll you can snap it right off.
But what about the front fans? I totally missed that. Are there any?
Oh yeah, so on the Silent Edition, you have a fan on the front here. It comes ships with a fan on the front and the back, and you've got the vents on the side that let the fresh air get right in there.
Okay, great. And you said that was $49?
Yep,
And
$49.99
this is how much?
and $59.99 for the Silent version.
Okay, well that was a really awesome look at basically entry-level cases, gaming or otherwise. And why don't we move on to the next product?
Cool.
So what do we have going on here?
So over here we have our HG10 N780. You may have heard of the AMD version of this unit that we unleashed at Computex earlier or late
Oh, I wish
last
I could have
year.
gone to Computex. Okay,
Yeah,
but
yeah. But basically, this is a liquid CPU cooling bracket that allows you to connect your liquid CPU cooler to your graphics card. In this case, it supports the Nvidia 700 series, so 770, 780, 780.
only the 700
Ti.
series.
Only the 700
Okay.
series for this unit.
Okay.
So we're not done with our brackets. We'll get there, but there's
You'll
a lot of
upgrade.
people that already have these cards out there and might
That's
have an
true.
extra cooler laying around. And also this will support the Titan and the Titan Black. So.
Okay, so for the super high-end users.
Yep.
Alrighty, so why don't you show me what the cooling performance is?
Gotcha. So yeah, that's really the exciting part here is, we have 2 systems that are identical, one with the stock cooler and one with our HG10 unit. And you're going to see a couple of differences here. Obviously, one being the temperature. We're getting about 30 degrees better temperatures with the cooling bracket. And keep in mind, we're just using our H75, which is kind of a mid-range CPU cooler. So if you went to something like an H80 or an H100, you're
Water
going to get even
cooling,
better
definitely,
results.
yes.
Exactly. So the other thing you'll notice is the fan is running a lot faster on the stock unit than over here. So you're going to have a quieter system with that small blower fan running much slower than on the stock unit.
And I see you've used Furmark to do the test.
So we got Furmark stressing out the graphics cards,
Okay.
and you can see the frames per second are actually lower with the stock cooler because due to the heat, the card is throttling itself. So
this one is, I believe, was it at 100?
So 103
Okay.
versus 108, 107.
Nice.
So you get better performance, better cooling, and lower overall noise with the
So
bracket.
it looks like with the stock, it's 84C for the GPU temp.
Yep.
And this one is
over here 59.
59.
Yeah, 59.60.
That is a
so.
huge jump. That is
Yeah.
quite incredible. And I remember I said this looks like a what? A fuzzy or a
Fuzzy
furry
donut?
eyeball. Yes.
Yep,
But do you have anything else to share about this?
So it's going to retail for $39.99, same as our AMD bracket.
Oh, that's very affordable.
And I mean, the idea here is that a lot of people have been buying our coolers for a long time. They might have upgraded, and they might have an extra cooler sitting in their closet somewhere. And now they can put it to work and have it cool their graphics cards. So
That is awesome.
Yeah.
But there was one more thing you wanted to show me, right? So what is this last thing that you are showing us?
So we've got the H110i GT, which is our new flagship cooler. This is going to effectively replace the H110.
Nice. That's a very popular cooler.
It is, it is. So
Yeah.
we've won a lot of awards with it. We've been very happy with it, but it's time to upgrade it and you know, kind of show what we can do. So it's been upgraded in virtually every way. It's still got the 280 millimeter radiator, but you can see it's kind of got a stylized.
That's becoming a new thing. It's becoming the norm. Not 240 anymore, but 280.
A lot of cases are starting to support it, so it's gaining popularity.
Yeah.
And you know, there's been a lot of complaints over the last few years with people who are into the 140 millimeter fans. There's not a lot of good 140 millimeter fans out there. We've actually tested a lot of 140 millimeter fans, and the fans that we're shipping with this unit are specifically designed for high static pressure, and they're the best that we've tested. So they're very good fans, much improved over the previous generation.
This is your AF series, correct?
This is the SP140L. So the L is kind of the OEM version that ships with our coolers.
Okay, so would you say they're an improvement over the AF? Or?
They are, well, the AF is more for just kind of direct airflow. The if you want intake fans or exhaust fans, you want the AF. If you're pushing air through something like a radiator or a hard drive cage, then you want high static pressure. Exactly, exactly.
Okay. Did you hear that? That's awesome. Okay.
Yeah. And then, so the fans are great on this unit. It's got full integration with Corsair Link. Previous generation did not have any software support.
Really
so
cool software, by the way. So you know exactly how quiet or is it the
so you
cooling?
can you can control and monitor every aspect of the unit here. You can see there's an LED kind of logo here. You can change the color to match the rest of the highlights in your. Oh yeah, RGB.
Everything is RGB.
Oh yeah, we love RGB.
Yes, you do.
But I mean, through the software, you can just, I mean, the lights, you can make them look pretty aesthetically. You can also make it indicate temperatures, you know, of any of your devices. So what makes the most sense is your CPU, obviously, but you can make it anything you want.
That's true.
So it'll get more red as the temperature heats up, and you can, you know, go in there and manually configure the gradient and what colors it changes to and all that good stuff.
That's amazing that these days, like, software can just monitor everything. You don't even need the hardware part. But I am curious about the thickness of the radiator.
Thickness of the radiator is 29 millimeters. So the actual core is 24, but the whole housing and everything for fitment is 29.
So, well, obviously, depending on your case, do you think it would fit most mid-towers?
It's about the same. Yeah, I think so. If you have support for 140 millimeter fans on the top, two 140 millimeter fans, more than likely you'll have enough space for the radiator and those fans.
Well, that wraps up the look at the H110i GT CPU cooler, as well as the other two products. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks again for doing this video with me.
Definitely.
I'm always so happy for Corsair support. So we'll see you next time.